Hi, welcome to Voice of Feathers Tarot. If you clicked on this video, I want to say thank you. I hope that you'll stick around as I trust there's going to be a message in here for you. For this reading that I'm going to be doing today, I want to tap into the Lionsgate Portal energy. Lionsgate Portal is also known as 8/8 Portal as it comes to its peak on the 8th of August, which is just a few days from when I'm filming this. But in the spiritual community, it's known as the cosmic new year. So it's really a portal that opens up and gives us an opportunity for a fresh start in many ways. And I wanted to do something a little bit different for this reading, something a little bit more fun. And I'm going to do sort of a choose your own adventure style reading, similar to like a pick a card or a pick a pile, but focusing on the question, how are you going to be shocking people this Lionsgate portal, or in this cosmic new year? How are you going to be shocking people, or what's going to be shocking you about what you learn, and picking up on some sort of like maybe creepy synchronicities or things like that. And in the spirit of the question, I'm thinking instead of picking a card or a pile of cards, I'm going to get you to pick a ghoul. So these are some monster high dolls I have here. I'm going to get you to focus on one in order to help you intuitively connect to your reading. So I'm going to be doing 3 sort of mini readings instead of one general one. So ghoul number 1, how are you going to be shocking people, or what's going to be shocking you, or what's going to feel spooky this Lionsgate? We have the beautiful Howleen wolf. Ghoul number 2, we have Rochelle Goyle. And ghoul number 3, my personal favorite, Lagoona blue. Feel free to pause the video if you need time to choose a ghoul. Otherwise, I'll see what you're reading. Welcome to those of you who picked ghoul number 1, Howleen wolf. I've pulled your cards. Let's get into the reading. So what is shocking people about you this Lionsgate portal? We'll also get some spooky synchronicities for you. First card in your reading, we have the 8 of Swords. Now, normally this is a card of like self-imposed limitations or imprisonment, sort of like keeping yourself stuck when you have the ability to get yourself out of a particular situation, sticky situation I'm hearing, but basically refusing to do the actions required of that. But crossing this card, we have the Queen of Cups. So for the question, what's shocking people about you this Lionsgate portal, it's actually to do with your boundaries. And your actions are seeming to be in conflict with the empathy that you exude and that you exhibit. In the past, you've been treated like a little bit of a doormat, is what I'm getting. And now, what's shocking people about you is how, rather than this being like a self-imposed limitation of you having these boundaries, this is more like it's shocking people that they can't just access you in the way that they used to. The reason that I'm saying this is because in the conscious influences position in your reading, I've got the Empress here, and she's already birthed some new things. You can see the little chicks on the card. So she's already birthed some new things in her life, and she's flourishing. And this is shocking people about you, that your empathy isn't just for free and up for grabs anymore. It's actually like you're using your discernment. Discernment is what's coming out here when it comes to your emotional dealings with people. So yeah, that's what's coming up as being shocking for people. It might be shocking you as well, how people respond to this. And yeah, I'm getting that you may have been accused of being a people pleaser in the past, or you may have been told that the problems that happened in your life were because of poor boundary setting. But all of a sudden, when you start to implement good boundaries, that's when it starts to tickle people a little bit the wrong way. So yeah, someone feels a little bit creeped out by the way that you're asserting boundaries or the way that you're just holding yourself high at this time. Uh, the reason I'm saying that is because at the hidden influences, we've got the Five of Swords, and this is typically a card of like hollow victory. So yeah, I see someone fighting back to their like natural born predator. Like you can see the little rat here and then obviously the cat. They're in battle and it's like whoever this person is who's shocked by your new found boundaries, it's like I'm hearing they're like shocked at your audacity, uh, even though it's precisely the thing that they projected onto you as not having enough of at the same time, if that makes sense. That's why I'm getting it's a little bit of a hollow victory because it's like they actually wanted you to have better boundaries, but now that you are asserting them, they feel prickly about it. It's like, yeah, they're trying to fight back, but they know that they can't because like this rat has nothing against this cat. I don't think that this is anything like to worry about because it's it's a five. It represents challenges and potential conflicts, but ultimately, like I don't see it as anything's like super serious to worry about. It's a minor arcana. Yeah, in the past influences, you've got the King of Cups, another card of empathy and emotional intelligence. This is something that's been taken for granted in the past by many, many people, I'm hearing. And what I'm getting though is that even though there's that sort of like hidden influence of like a little bit of conflict and challenge with the Five of Swords, I'm actually getting that this new energy, while initially it feels prickly to them, it actually starts to align them with being more collaborative with you rather than more transactional. How I'm getting that in the past there was like quite a transactional relationship between you and a person or several people. Because in the forthcoming we've got the Three of Pentacles, so people are going to be more willing to work with you rather than just what's the term that I'm looking for? I heard like nose to the grindstone. I don't know if that resonates for someone, but yeah, it's like if this was a harsh boss or something like that who used to just like reward hard work with more work, or I don't know, they because they saw the potential in you, they challenged you a lot and was sort of like overly harsh and overly critical. I'm getting that as one particular situation. What I'm hearing now is that like you're now a shock to the system that has like reset things, and that's what Lionsgate is serving as for you at this time. It's to get people to actually work with you for the benefit of all to build something greater, rather than to just use you for your resources, your empathy, your compassion, and your kindness, um, for their gain, for ultimately their gain. So that's pretty much the message that I'm getting. Uh, on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm getting this as like one of the spooky synchronicities that's coming through is a seed you've planted a long, long time ago finally shows up. It might be something that you ordered online a long, long time ago, completely forgot about it. It was like massively delayed, and it shows up. And that's just a particular example, but whatever's showing up from the seeds you planted a long, long time ago, it's going to have a spooky synchronicity with the situation I've just described. Something about how your empathy's been taken for granted in the past. Um, yeah, so I hope that that resonated for who it was meant for. Thank you for sticking around, and Do like, share, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to those of you who picked Ghoul number 2, Rochelle Goyle. This is going to be a reading, so this one feels a little bit heavier, not going to lie. It's reminding me of a dream that I had that I'm going to just talk about briefly. This is a while ago, but it was a dream that I had where someone had like put a spiritual attack on me or something of that nature, where I could no longer see my future. I had no ability to see my future, plan for my future. My attack was on my third eye, and it caused me in the dream to suffer from severe mental illness and distress. Like, I wanted to die in the dream, because like I had no ability to plan for my future. I felt like I had no future, and therefore all I could do was succumb to death, because I had completely lost that ability, and it definitely felt like an external thing, like an external attack. And so this could be resonating with you if you've had I don't know, just difficulties planning for your future or seeing where you're heading. I'm getting that this could be like an influence from other people in your life. So it could be like an evil eye, like an evil eye being cast on you through jealousy, something that's affecting your ability to plan for the future and to set goals. And it's causing you a lot of, I'm hearing like destitution and a lot of burden. So like difficulties around money, feeling like life keeps hitting you with maybe like financial stress. I'll show you what I'm getting. So I've got the center of your reading, the 5 of Pentacles. This is usually a card of like financial difficulty, but also an inability to see where there is help. So I'm getting that aspect of it very strongly here with this, like, something has come in to cloud your vision around what help is available to you. And yeah, like with the, sorry, with the 10 of Wands crossing this, so these financial burdens, but at the conscious influences position of your reading, you've got the 3 of Wands. What's shocking people about you, this Leo, sorry, why was I saying Leo? I just feel like that energy of like being stalled just happened here in real time. Lionsgate Portal is what I was talking about. So this Lionsgate Portal, what's shocking people about you is how, despite these attacks, you're still moving forward. You're still moving forward with your future. And you might resonate with like feeling like you're moving without a plan at this time. Like you're just sort of like, you're moving with like divinely guided or divinely inspired action. It's not based off of careful planning or strategy, but it is. It's like your third eye has been clouded by this attack, but the strategic part of your subconscious mind is still here. So this is the 7 of Swords, can represent sort of like strategy, stealth, that sort of thing. I'm getting that like it might actually be shocking you that you figure out who has been sort of like a little bit of, I heard frenemy, so like maybe someone who has appeared to be on your side, but something becomes exposed about them and how they sort of have been preying on your downfall a little bit. Not to make this super negative or anything, I really don't like that in readings, but yeah, it's almost like they're shocked that they have almost gotten away with it, but then they realize that you're still moving forward, and what they've attempted hasn't necessarily worked. Let me rephrase that and clarify it. They think they've gotten away with it, this attack on your third eye to make you think that you have no future. And what is shocking them is how you start showing up in an expansive way and moving forward with the Three of Wands. So I'm getting that what's going to be shocking and spooky is like how things have lined up, how even negative things that have happened in your life recently have lined up for a huge opportunity to come in for you. And I'm getting that this is around the idea of passion and purpose. So it's got very little to do with very little to do with things of like of a traditional nature. This is like something that will surprise you, like the blessing that comes through and the opportunity that comes through. It's like it's not really related to what you think it's going to be related to. Like this isn't a new job or anything. This is like it could lead to one, but this is different. So yeah, it's like your Lionsgate is opening up a different pathway for you entirely. And in doing this, you're able to completely disable any attacks on your third eye and your ability to plan for the future. Because what I'm getting is that the attack was only on one particular part of your life that they could relate to. So and I just want to mention as well that when I talk about these attacks, these happen mostly unconsciously from people. But there are certain instances where deliberate witchcraft and black magic can happen, but in most cases it's completely implicit. People don't even know they do it. They just have sort of like underlying jealousy and things like that. So yeah, like that's what's going to be shocking people about you, is like just this like new lease on life. I'm hearing you might even be signing a new lease. That could be something that's happening for some of you. In the past influences, we've got the Nine of Swords. I'm getting like a mental health episode. Just a really, really difficult time in your mental space. Like I'm hearing like your mental space was like a cage or like a prison and you didn't identify with it. And there was some stigma that came with it as well, is what I'm hearing. And yeah, like I think what's shocking people about you is that once they saw you in that state, they kind of thought you'd be like that forever, but you've completely shed that state of mental anguish. You're finally able to just release the burdens, release the worries about finances, and move forward towards your purpose and your passion. I hope this is coming through clearly. Forthcoming influences, we've got the Five of Cups, but you know what I'm getting here? It's like this fish-like figure. Actually, check out reading number 3 because it might resonate, just because it's reminding me of Lagoona Blue here. It's like they've cast the net and they've received not what they wanted out of it. So the motives of whoever this person is who had sort of like a jealousy around your insight and your ability to see the future and have dreams for the future, they're realizing that the net that they cast in order to have an influence over you didn't work. But it's interesting because like I'm seeing the Three of Cups standing here. So this card represents what's lost, but also what remains. And on the bottom of the deck, which is the spooky synchronicities, I've got the Three of Cups. So this could be 3 particular people. Like it could be a friend group or some family members or colleagues or even people you don't necessarily know. But I'm getting that like there's a particular person of a group of 3 who has been acting like a little bit of a, I don't know, like someone who's wearing a wire, like gathering information, that kind of thing. It's really sus, but basically evidence of that gets revealed to you, and it feels spooky because it makes everything else make sense. So yeah, whoever had this influence over you in the form of like a spiritual attack on your future, Lionsgate is revealing them to you, and it's not who you expect. that's the message that I've got for you. It was an intense one. I hope that it reached who it was meant for. Please do like, comment, share the video, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll see you in the next reading. Welcome to those of you who chose Ghoul number 3, Lagoona Blue. This is going to be your reading, so let's get straight into it. What is shocking people about you this Lionsgate Portal? I have at the center of your reading the Tower, and this is crossed by the Strength card. What I heard when I saw these two cards together was they're shocked that you're still standing. It's interesting, right? Because we're talking about Lionsgate and we're in Leo season, and the card of Leo is in the major arcana, the Strength card. But usually there's a lion on this card, and in this particular deck, it's just the lamb. It's just a lamb on its own. I heard wolf in sheep's clothing. Someone underestimated you, and I'm getting that this is an authority figure. The hidden influences, we have the Emperor, maybe a boss, a father figure, getting a very masculine presence in your life. They don't know how you're still standing. They don't know how you've survived the things that you've survived. It's shocking them. Also, your ability to reinvent yourself from the ground up is what I'm getting. I'm hearing this like almost like you took a complete 180, and the shock and the fallout of that, your ability to reinvent yourself is, yeah, it's got people shook, to say the least. The conscious influences, we've got the Four of Pentacles. This is someone who they're sort of saving for a rainy day. It can lean a little bit towards like being a little too conservative, a little miserly around things of a practical or material financial nature. It's really interesting. I'm getting that this person, like, their motive was damage control when it came to managing you, but they didn't realize that you had like the phoenix energy within you where you need to be reborn through fire. You need to let things crumble and collapse, and you need paradigm shifts. And so they're really, really shocked that your method of sort of like not playing it safe is what has worked so well for you. I hope that that's making sense. You very much have alchemist energy, master manifester, the past influences. You've got the magician. You manifested something, you manifested a new life, and it is shocking people, particularly people who have had a huge deal of influence in creating a particular version of you. It's interesting because they've built up what felt like a solid foundation for you in their mind, but to you, it made your soul feel fragmented. And they're really shocked at how you've been able to like become whole after being so broken. The forthcoming influences, we've got the Eight of Cups. You're moving on to higher things. You're leaving something behind, and then this person who's coming up as like a father figure or just a masculine influence who comes from like authority or structure or tradition, it's shocking them that they feel like you're making a mistake. They feel like you're throwing it all away. They feel like you've worked really hard to build something up only to completely disregard it and detach your identity from that. And yeah, it's really shocking them because they wouldn't have made that same decision. They have built a life on playing it safe and playing the game, and you're not about that. You're not about that at all. You don't play it safe. You love the chaos in things. If you played it safe and played the miser in your life, uh, you know, out of fear of having things shaken up and out of a desire to have stability, like there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But what I'm hearing for you is that if you did this, you would be so bored. You've got a tendency to self combust is what I got, like internally combust, like through boredom. That's sort of like your magician energy. Like you can turn nothing into something very easily, and yeah, boredom fuels you in a very serious and very chaotic way is what I'm getting. Have a look at the bottom of the deck. This is the spooky synchronicity. Got the Nine of Wands. It's the wounded warrior. Interesting, I'm drawn to the knee pads on this card. I was talking before about how the person who's really shocked by the fact that you're still standing and your ability to reinvent yourself. I just lost my train of thought. Bear with me one sec. Yeah, that's right. I was talking about how they play the game according to how they view success. The spooky synchronicity is that you actually played the game and won through, I don't know, like your own rules. Yeah, it's like your own rules. So you made up your own rules and you ended up winning. At the end of the day, you ended up winning. And this is what's shocking them about you. Really interesting here. Sorry about the pause, but I was just looking at this card and see the sort of ruffles on her dress on her chest. It almost looks like an eye. And I'm getting this as like someone looked at you and thought, "Oh, you're a girl and therefore you don't have to be a girl," but it's almost like girls don't do XYZ. Um I'm also hearing like roller derby, how like roller derby was like the first sport exclusively for women. And yeah, you sort of rock the boat in that way. Like you shatter ideas and ideologies around what is expected for somebody like you. So people, they project their image of success onto you and what your life should look like. And when the second somebody does that, you need to shatter it completely. Um, I think that's everything that I'm getting for that message. I hope that it reached who it was meant for. Please like, comment on the video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.